to the final week of the Great Debate 2011. Today we're going to shift gears and actually debate our guest speaker, Dean Fulks. Gentlemen, Dean graduated from South Point High School, then went on to Ohio State, where he was active with Campus Crusade for Christ. Hippie Brian, what do you think about Dean Fulks? Hippie Brian, why are you looking at me so weird?
I don't think you're supposed to say that at church, man. What's wrong with you?
It's Fulks with an L.
Oh, Dean Fulks. Yeah, man, I remember him from Ohio State.
You went to Ohio State?
Heck yeah, man. I had a full ride there.
What did you major in?
I didn't go to classes.
But you said you got a full ride.
Yeah, man. I was hitchhiking to Columbus one day and someone took me the full way.
Oh, now I get it. Ohio State was probably also the reason that Dean decided to start a church in Columbus. He did that about 7 years ago, and that church has exploded. What do you think about that Bible Belt, Brian?
Well, I can tell you what I think about that cow. I can tell you that it's nonsense. That boy ain't no preacher.
Bible Belt, Brian, why would you say that?
Well, I can give you a number of reasons. First of all, he's too pretty to be a preacher. You can't preach the word if you're that handsome. And have you seen the fella in here today? The only reason Hippie Brian came because he heard that Dean had a six-pack. He's way too fit to preach the word. I tell you what, brother, he needs to be eating that fried chicken. Everybody knows if you preach the word, you eat the bird. And he apparently isn't doing much of that. And I tell you another thing about Dean. It says on his bio page, I got on that there internet machine and did some reading up on him. It says he's only got 3 kids. Our last guest speaker had about 15 kids. How in the world can you follow the will of God if you're not willing to follow His word and go forth and be fruitful and multiply? And another thing I read on that there bio page is the fact that he likes the Kelly Clarkson on his iPod. Now I know this about her. She was on that American Idol, so here he is. He's involved in idolatry. And not is it only idolatry, it's also embarrassing.
I agree, Bible Belt, Brian. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, man, I have to agree. I've done some crazy stuff in my days, but I've never been so out of it that I've listened to Kelly Clarkson.
Well, that concludes the Great Debate 2011, and it looks like we finally all agree on something.